Oh, hi. And welcome to the first of our Emmanuel video casts as we seek to respond to the coronavirus and to this new context in which we are living as we do church in new ways. We're calling it Church Without Walls. So over the next days and weeks, you can look out for things like this and a whole host of other things popping up in your inbox and Twitter feed and on Facebook and on our website as we seek to use technology to help us to stay connected. We will also, by the way, be helping those people who don't have those kinds of technology to stay connected too. This is a difficult and uncertain time. Frankly, we don't know what the world's going to look like tomorrow, let alone next week or next year. Some of you will be facing loss of income, loss of employment, maybe lack of food. And many of us will be experiencing vulnerability and isolation. We stand together as the body of Christ. And in the midst of this uncertainty, there is an opportunity to experience the light of Christ in our lives in a new way and to share that light with others. I've been really inspired this week by the verse from Nehemiah chapter 4, which the bishops included in the letter they sent out a few days ago. The Israelites were in Jerusalem surrounded by enemies, and they say this in verse 9. We have prayed to the Lord and set a guard day and night to meet the threat. I love that both and trusting in God and also doing something practical. The bishops have called it being prayerfully practical and practically prayerful. And we at Emmanuel are seeking to do that. We are trusting in God, but we're also putting in place a whole host of things to help us to be really effective in our mission and ministry. So let me tell you a couple of things that have been going on and a couple of things to look out for. Over the last couple of days, we have been compiling and assembling a team of people to help lead our response to this new situation. We're continuing to build that team, and many more of you will be involved in that as we build and grow it. We've had lots of exciting meetings, we've got great ideas. And so over the next weeks and months, you can expect to find some youth and children's resources and activities and virtual meetups and events going on. You can expect to find some advice on how you can build community in your local area, some ways in which you can support people who are the most vulnerable around you, find ways that we're going to encourage people in discipleship and home groups, in our prayer and worship life, all sorts of things. And so these will be coming your way over the next days and weeks. Also, over the last couple of days, our fabulous, magnificent pastoral team have been compiling a list of the most at-risk and vulnerable people in our church community. And they've rung up and spoken to around 50 people, offering them prayer support and practical support too. And we're starting to implement some of that practical support. This is going to be a really important part of what we do as a church going forward. So a couple of things to look out for over the next few days. As you know, on Sundays we won't be able to meet together in our church building anymore. However, this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. we're going to be live streaming a service on YouTube. Don't panic, we're going to give you some step-by-step advice on how you can access that. That will be coming shortly, but in the meantime, do just, if you're able to, click subscribe just below this video cast, and also tick the bell button, which will help you to get notifications about that. Like I say, more details to follow, but we will be live streaming a simple service together at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. And we won't be able to be together physically, but we will be together spiritually for a service of worship. Then on Sunday evening at 7 p.m, we want to encourage everyone to join in with the nationwide appeal to put a lighted candle in a window to symbolise the light of Christ shining in the world, and to take that time to pray for our world, our nation and our community. Again, more details to follow. The last thing to say is about food banks. This is a time where food banks are needed more than ever, but also a time where perhaps some people will be less inclined to give to them. We want to rise to Peter Greystone's challenge that he laid down on Sunday morning, that we would be a church who are accused of panic giving. So, because the church building is closed, the big yellow bin where you can deposit your donations to the food bank is going to be now at 12 Hurstview Road. So on the porch of 12 Hurstview Road, you'll see the big yellow bin. Do please come and drop in your donations to the food bank. This is going to be so important, and we'd really appreciate it if you joined in with that. As I say, lots more to look out for. I think that's enough for now. Let me leave you with the verse from Isaiah chapter 26 that I put at the top of my letter to you a couple of days ago. It says this: "Trust in the Lord always, for he is our eternal rock." God bless.